Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's Python lesson, we are going to learn how Python is being executed and we are going to do some hands-on. Before that, I hope you all watched my previous videos. If not, I'll put the link in the description box and also in the iCard. Please do watch it and come back to this video for better understanding of today's Python lesson. Now let's deep dive into our topic. We know that C and C++ languages are compiler languages. When we write C or C++ program, we have to do compilation process. That is, it involves translation of human readable code to machine code. This machine code is the basic form of instructions that can be directly executed by CPU. Once CPU completes this compilation process successfully, it generates an executable file. And this executable file runs our code step by step. And finally, we get the output for our program. But in Python, we don't go for compilation stage because Python is an interpreter language. We usually write our source code, that is Python code, and we save it in dot. Our source code is saved as .py file, and this file is converted to bytecode. Bytecode is a set of instructions for a virtual machine, and it is a low-level platform-independent representation of our source code. And it cannot be run by the target machine directly. Instead, our bytecode is sent to Python virtual machine. It is an interpreter which runs the bytecode, and it is specific to the target machine. This is how our Python code is executed, and it finally gives the running code, and finally we get our output of our program. Let's do some hands-on, and we are going to learn about variables. First, I'm trying to print 5. Okay, so I'm just printing 5. Now I'm going to add 6 to it. Print 5 plus 6, and I'll get the result as 11. So now, what should I do if I wanted to store this result? In programming, for storing anything, I need a variable. For example, I'm considering summation as a variable here, and I'm just adding these two numbers, and I'm trying to print the variable, and I'll get the exact same answer. Here I'm reserving memory location to store this result, and I'm naming the memory location as summation, and wherever needed I'm using just the variable. I just zoom a little bit, increasing font size to 18. Okay. Now the declaration of variable happens when it sees the equal to sign. We call this equal to sign as an operator in programming, and these two are the operands. The left operand we call it as a variable, and the right operand is the value we are trying to store in the variable. Let's continue with few more examples. While writing variable, you cannot use any special character except underscore. I'll give you the example like price of product equal to 1000 something, and you can also use number in a variable. Okay, like discount 1 equals to 10. Now I'm going to calculate the total price. Total price equals to price of product minus, sorry, I'm going to print the total price of the product. I'm going to use the variable total price, and I'll get the result. And finally, I hope you understood today's lesson and you liked it too. If you liked the video, please do hit the like and subscribe button, and also don't forget to share with your friends. Also follow my Instagram page. I'll put the link in the description box. See you in the next video. Till then, happy coding. Bye bye.